What is going on, guys? Mitchell Phillips here, and today we're going to be talking about the biggest issues with hypercar races. Now, I know we're getting a little bit negative in this video, so I was thinking I would start off positive, show you guys my hypercar collection, but unfortunately when I came back to my garage, all of these were gone, and it's reset everything to the default. So that's one thing starting off. I kind of hope the Crew 2 will change. When you switch vehicles, you can actually place all your favorite vehicles however you want them in your garage. This is the garage section where you can hold the most amount of cars. And a couple days ago, I had placed all my hypercars up here in the orientation I want. Of course, they're back like this now for the video. But when I came back into the game, it reset everything to default, which I wish it would stay like that. But let's stay away from the negative just for a little bit here. We got the Celine S7 here. I just want to go over this because this has basically been my focus, to get all the hypercars in the game first. I have a couple left which we'll go over. We got the Porsche 918. This is the most recent one. We got the Aventador LP700 in the blue. Let me know what your favorite car is in the comments. Of course, we had to get the Regera. This is one of the first hypercars we actually got, and the thing is a beast. So far, the best hypercar around the track by far. The Veneno looks ridiculously aggressive. Not the best, not the fastest, not the best handling, nothing, but it's a really sick looking car. The Agera are what you think would be the fastest top speed car in the game, but you would be mistaken. It isn't. The fastest car in the game, not the F1, but the McLaren P1. Now, not in acceleration, but in top speed, this is the fastest hypercar I have come across. Ignoring drag cars, those are in their own. Like, you can buy a $60,000 R34 drag car and it goes way faster. It goes 350 miles an hour. Moving on to the actual video. What car should we drive? What, the Veneno? I don't know. There's so many options. Yo, what do we take out? The Aventador? So we decided on the McLaren F1 and popping into one of the races that I know will be a nice showcase to kind of show you guys the issue. Not too long of a race, probably take me like a little bit under 10 minutes to complete, but there's a whole lot of issues with this, and so much so that I think it's really impossible to have good PvP races in the hypercar class period until they fix these issues. A lot of these issues could be fixed, I think, fairly easily. I'm not a game developer, so really I don't know, but I hope, because they need to be. Getting into our first race. Now, if you haven't completed this one already, this race is actually for the Regera. Unfortunately, once you do the work and win the Regera, you actually just give it to Luttrell, so you still don't actually get it until you buy it yourself. But starting off, we're way up in the lead right now. One thing that I'll mention, I like that it balances out bikes with cars a little bit. Alright, thanks man. But when you smash into a car at a high speed, it always respawns you. That's something I'm not really used to in games like this. I'm usually used to just like recovering from the collision and continuing on my way. You can't do that, but you always respawn. But a big thing in this game is the shortcuts. All the checkpoints are so far away. As you guys can see on the map, I was supposed to take the other highway entrance, but I'm going to take this one and save at least 6-7 seconds. Now, once everyone gets used to the track, everyone's going to take that shorter route, so it's not too big of a deal, but some of the other shortcuts that we'll come across are so significantly worse. At some point, I'm going to slow down and try to show you guys another issue, and that's when you make contact with other cars. There's this weird thing that happens in this game. When you hit other cars, your car magnetizes itself to their car. That's literally the best way for me to explain it. Your car and their car become magnets. Look at this shortcut, guys. Look how bad this is. Fix this. Now, an easy way to fix this is just add a lot more checkpoints. Alright, well, I wasn't supposed to hit that rock, but we still saved a ton of time, and it won't end there. Trust me, there's ones that are way worse. You're supposed to skip all of those twisty roads and just drive like this. Look how bad this is. Imagine this in PvP. But you're going around a turn, left-hand turn, guys on the right side of you, you make contact with his car, your car instantly gets magnetized into his car and starts turning right hard. No matter how hard you turn left, your car ignores your inputs and just turns into his car until you guys run off the track and one of you passes the other person, and finally, once your car actually stops touching his, then you regain control of your car. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if it was an accident, I have no idea, but it is definitely broken. And as you guys can see, this should not lead to faster lap times, but it does. The world records on this track were done doing exactly what I'm showing you guys right now, and that really shouldn't be a thing. So we're gonna come up here. Now we can't get back on the road, so we'll just reset our car, and here we are, back on the road. No big deal. One of the biggest shortcuts in this race. I'm not too worried about them catching up anymore. Look at these. Look at how much of this track we're skipping. Yo, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Should you be able to do this? Do you think doing PvP, having everybody race like this to try to get the fastest lap times is going to ruin it? Because me personally, I do. Me personally, I definitely do. I mean, look how many corners I am cutting right now, guys. It's actually kind of incredible how much time I'm saving cheating right now. I understand little bugs, but man, how did they not see that coming? So there's more shortcuts that I could show you guys, but now I'm thinking let's slow down and try. Of course, the rubber banding is an issue. I'm not even going to talk about that too much because they plan on fixing it, but let me try to show you guys the magnetization issue. Let me just wait for them to go through that whole section that I just cut through. I mean, even with the rubber banding, we're just chilling here, waiting for them to catch up. All right, we have some people in our race now. Let me see if I can show you guys. Now, the problem is, to you guys, it might appear like I'm just faking it, so you're gonna kind of have to trust me. When I make contact with their cars in corners, just watch what happens to the car and assume I'm doing what you would do, which is try to turn off of their vehicle. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fake this. This is usually something that just happens naturally for me. But let's see. Another big thing, guys, which again, they said they're going to fix, so I'm not going to harp too much on it, is the wall grinding. Come on, let me get on the inside of this car. It is difficult to touch their cars. Because the AI swerve you a lot. That is one thing I do like about the AI. The AI seems smarter in the crew too than really any other racing game I played. Sometimes they'll swerve you to a fault. But, alright, yeah, right there. As soon as you touch them, it sucks you in. Once you make contact with their car, but that was a bad example because we wanted to turn right anyways. Alright, Aaron's a little bit slower. Let's see what we can do with Aaron. Look at that! You guys gotta see that. As soon as we touch the car, they literally become magnets to each other. There we go! That was perfect! That was perfect. I didn't turn left, but I did not turn right at all. I angled my car towards him so we would make contact with him, and then you saw as soon as we touched him, we got sucked off into the barrier. That's really the best example I can give you guys. I hope some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Maybe if you guys are having the same experience, you can let me know down in the comments, because I know I'm definitely not the only one who's being annoyed by this. Let's try to finish and win this race. Other than that, let's be honest, I love this game, I really do, and I feel like they just need to fix some stuff, and then the game is just going to be incredible. There won't be too much to complain about. Oh no, that's not good. The AI, as well as the street cars, I love in this game, because unlike Horizon 3, the street cars will even try to avoid you. Now, if you're coming head on, sometimes not really, but for example, what a lot of you probably don't notice is a streetcar entering the intersection while you're trying to speed through it at a high speed, coming like perpendicular to you. They will slam on the brakes and you'll fly right past them without hitting them, which I really like. It really takes out, it's a way to add more traffic but also take out some of the griefing. And then as you guys saw when I was trying to show you guys the magnetic issue, the cars, the AI cars that I'm racing with, great at avoiding you. They'll slam on the brakes, go to the other side and pass you. They'll do whatever they can to avoid you, sometimes to a fault. Guess what, guys? I'm Icon 101. That means we've unlocked the Camaro. Maybe we'll go take a look at it. Check out my video of the McLaren P1 breaking 300 miles an hour. I also compare it to the Agera and Regera. So, oh my god. Monty Shelby, did you guys see his jump? That was insanity. But the video on the McLaren P1 is awesome. We take it to the salt flats to compare top speeds with the Agera and the Regera, and also see how fast we can get it to go. And I'll give you guys a little A little hint, we do break 300 miles an hour like I said earlier in the video. But feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you're liking the content and want more of it, because I got it coming all the time on the way. No worries, man. That was so stupid. I'll see you guys in the next video or on live stream. Remember, your pain is your strength. I'm out.